So this is
They have 3D
the
printers
space where
here.
the students, they will
For
be
Chase.
working with their homeroom teachers in the curriculum time. It means like in a 7-day cycle, they will be coming here once in a 7-day cycle. So they are going to work on their own inquiry. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of us will have different completely project. So, but it's not, this is not a toy shop where the kids come here and I want to make, but the first thing is about what they want to learn. Like for example, what she holds just now here, students will not come here to say, I want to do 3D printer, but students will say, not say, we direct them to say learning. They want to learn about how they change from 2D to 3D. They want to learn about design. So things like that. So we would like them to realize that, do you want to touch? Whatever they learn is really important. It is not about, I want to make. They need to know what's behind it. So they need to know the hard time of making, the reason. And so that's why you will see a bit, you like it? It's about design, right? So they need to learn how things that happening around them is really something making from scratch. So that's why you see a bit junk here and there. It's not, they just cut it and then we want them to put it back here. So it's also, this space is learning about having that regulation. They need to put things over there. They need to talk about with the teachers when they use something like sharp, something like cutter, things like that. So we would like to have a safety also, so they need to learn. It's a bit messy around here because this is the construction part. If you go over there later on, you will see more into the sewing, more into laser cutter. Okay, you will see Jane is doing laser cutter now. That's her baby right now because she's doing that.
This must be
Laser cutters?
Yeah.
What?
We want the students to create something.
Wow, this is cool.
Design something, but of course, using this, if you cut something really, what do you call it? Detail, you need a machine to have. So this is it used to be the set from the school production, then we just cut it and then make this. Now grade 5 is working with Jane with the automator. If you know, when you were kids and you just put what you call wood and then you do pull it and then like suddenly it's played. Now we are working on it. Your kids interested in robotics and coding? Yeah, we have. Something like solid, clear like Lego we do here, we have. Something like coding, like really working on cardboard and things like this. Maybe you have heard about microbit, something that you can control with another microbit and then move the, what do you call, servo motor?
Servos, yeah.
Yeah, so something like,
They're programming.
give them a glance of a real world out there. So they know that the robot that they see in the factory is actually from the prototype like this. Of course, it will be messy. Yeah, Jane is doing this automator, okay, with the project with the kids later on. Shall we go over there? Let's go to
Well, they have
green
drone.
room.
They have Ozbot. Remember Ozbot? This is just like your wooden toys where they cut that with a laser cutter. And then a robot dragon. Robotics. Chase, you're gonna like this. Carly, you'll be here in a couple of years.
Looking, everything is already made for them, so it's good for them to do that. Thread the needle, things like that. Things that we as parents think simple, but for kids actually, when we were kids, it's amazing. And then like doing things like this. You know, it's all about the design. It's all about the technology. Kids nowadays, maybe you see your kids later on, ask them to cut the paper. Maybe they just cut like this. we need to tell kids like you have to open it widely, and this is the place where you cut really powerful rather than here, things like that. So we really like want the kids to do the hands-on. Jane right now is busy with laser cutter. If you want to look closer, maybe Jane can share her stories.
Drones.
This is a new machine. We only have it a couple of weeks. I'm using it in several grade levels. Kids are learning to make boxes with hinges, how to design that. For example, it can do this kind of level. So this was laser cut. There's no way you can do this by hand. Yeah.
No.
That was my first project. And from that I knew, wow, this has such a potential. So, okay, that's a high level, but then taking it down to grade 1, which we did pretty quickly. Grade 1s are designing puppets. You can see here, I think I'm missing a foot. No. Front feet and back feet. Because they want to create like puppet theatre. So this is just a different way. They could sew it. They could construct it another way, but this gives them something a little different finish. So that will have, of course, sticks and wires and to come. I'm trying to teach myself. There's no instructions with this other than on the internet, so I have to teach myself. So I'm being very cautious, learning how to set the speed and the depth so that it doesn't go charred. It's all right. It takes a little while for it. So I had to teach myself how to do the engraving part. It's so you don't end up with charcoal everywhere. So it's that fine balance. Reading the forums, asking other educators or people in the industry, like how can I do this? This has got like full exhaust system and stuff in here. And we also have the 3D printers. Same kind of thing. Kids are learning to create something real and then they can hold it in their hand. And so it depends on the child. But I think it's really cool, you know, to come to school, make something real, take it home, use it.
Oh yeah, that's the magic word.
Oh.
Every time they come here, can I take it home?
Yeah.
For example, we do like what we do, you can't. It's like a book in the library that you do check in and check out, right?
Take the video home.
Take the video home, yes you can. But the most important is really having it in their hands and take it home.
Yeah, they want a product. Kids these days, they want a product. But it's very difficult in the beginning because they want to make the expert level, and it's like, hey, you know, this is new. Let's start with a simple one. We just had a toy maker in here yesterday, one of the parents. His job is designing toys, and he explained, do the simple one, then when you understand a bit more, then level up. This is what I say. I was really glad to hear someone else say the same thing. You know, everything is YouTube, everything, it looks so easy. Or you go to YouTube and you watch and you think, I can do that. And then you try and then you think, it's too hard. That's why we have this space. We help the kids through that challenge. And some will say, I tried and it didn't work. It doesn't matter because you learned, okay, this one's a little hard for right now. I'll put it aside. I will try something that's a little bit more accessible for me.
So don't worry when your kids coming home and then after several weeks, because this item is lasts until like 7 cycle, and then you ask, how is your project? Oh, it's failed.